Okay.
Kim, my sister, and Tim, they lived over there with him and learned from him.
Wow.
Yep, so he was at their wedding. How about that? Okay, so let's start with this. This you've actually done, because I've already shown this to you, but we haven't done it in a long time. Remember, when you have Roman numerals, that is referring, and on all other books, to the string, not the position. So you know tonalization, but this one is in third position, and then they want you to shift on the D string up to what?
Third position. Nothing.
Wait, A, B. Yes, sorry, fifth position. Right. That's fifth position. To hit this B. If you're going to do it with 1, right? And then this would be a 3. And then you're going to go to the A string, and you'll play that G. So yes, this whole thing up here is now going to be fifth position. Okay? If you do these fingers, and you put your 2 on the G string, right? What position are you in? For your 2 to be on a G, you'd be in 6. Because your 1 is going to be.
It's math.
It is a little bit of math. Okay, well, let's play this one. Play the top one first, because that's the easy one. Then you're going to go up to 5th, and then you just stay in 5th. Good tone. Your left arm looks so pretty when you play, too. So 3rd string, right? And then come back. Yeah, and they're giving you an option. You can either go 1 to 1, or you can go 3 to 1 and shift early. It doesn't matter. They just want you to get used to playing up that high over all 4 strings. Now, where is this G going to be? So if your 2 is on G, your 1 is going to be on an F. Right?
6.
So D is 4th. 5 is E. 6 is F. And then you play the 2. Yep, so now let's play that. The idea is it has to be just as clear as the other one. Okay, now go to 3rd string. 2nd string. 1. So they give you the fingers down here, these bottom fingers. Okay? So the G string, because this is a whole different position. They were trying to save paper. I wish they wouldn't have done it because it's so confusing. 1.
So the guys can shift to those positions.
2. No, those are strings. 1, and then 2. That's it. Get a nice clear sound. You got it. Third string. That a girl. And then come back to a 1 if you want. Actually, you don't have to go anywhere. You just make a 3rd. Huh. That's dumb. 3, 4. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think they got this confused.
I'm kind of puzzled.
Yeah, I think they want the 3 there with like a shift to get down. Play the D again on 3rd string. Right, but put your 2 there. And now let's shift back down on the same string. 3, 3rd position. That would be one way to end it. Okay, I'm not quite sure what they want to do with that 4. That's kind of odd. Especially since we didn't start there. I'm not really sure what they're doing. So I'm going to just scribble that out, and I think it's kind of weird. Okay, then here's the minor, and it does the exact same thing. So down here is doing 6th position, up here is doing 5th position. Do you understand that? So this is your new tonalizations for this week. I want it in major and I want it in minor. I don't have to hear it viola style. But if you did that, you'd be in C major or C minor. I don't have to hear that. Okay? All right. Then, oh, we're not going to fool with this just, oh, you can do this one. Okay.
Here's a pencil one. Someone scribbled on it.
Huh?
Someone scribbled on my book.
No, it's already been like that. Yeah, that's showing you, that's about shape and line and stuff. We don't worry about that just yet. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to play these notes and we're going to play all the different finger options. Okay, so we're going to go from A to D. Right, so that's your space that you're going to shift to though. So can we go 1 to 1? Then keep playing. E, F, learn the names. E, D. Okay, the next one's going to do that same shift but quicker, like it's a ghost note. A, D, E, F, G, F, E. Yeah, and then we got A to D again. Now we're going way up to, you remember what I called it? Nope, G. F, G, F, E. And then we go A to D last time. This is an F, third finger. Yeah, good. That was some great shifting. You know what you messed up was the half step. Where is the half step and all that? First you got to know the letter names, right?
E.
It's very hard. That's right. E and F. That's right. Because you're in the key of C, aren't you? So here is A, D. Here's E and F. So every time you have that, they'll touch. And it's a different place in every one of these exercises, isn't it? Here it is. There. Yep. So what you do then is you learn to leave the ghost note out. Well, if you do that, right, what finger is this? 2. So then you're learning how to go from 1 to a 2. What's this?
3.
Once you leave the ghost note out, you're practicing that shift to a 3. No, oh, you know what? This is the 3. Ah, you got me.
I thought it was not 24.
So this is the high G, this is high F. Now, and this is high E. So once you learn that good enough, you have a way to find those high notes. This is the kind of stuff that is all prep for learning concertos, like your butterfly.
Oh.
Okay? Because you get the prep of how to get up to 6th position. And you're doing it in an exercise book, and that's okay, but then when you see it in music, you can jump for it and get it, because you practice doing it. Okay? So let's try the whole exercise one more time. Now with the half step marks in there, maybe make up a little bit. So A to D. Can you say play it?
A. D.
How will you know at home if you got it? It might ring. Or you could do this first. Like Here Comes the Bride, to get it in your ear. Oh, that would work. That would work. Yeah, that's a really good way to do it. Okay. Somehow you need to be able to test that you didn't overshoot it. Okay. If you have a tuner on your metronome, do you have one on your metronome? You could also just put the tuner on and see if you're close to D. Okay, so here we go with the shift now. D, E, and this is Fred. F, E, D. Okay, now pretend it's like a ghost note.
A.
D, E. Good. F, G. Good. Your finger placement's great. Good. Here we go. Swing your arm. That's the hardest swing. E. Good. Big swing. Yeah, but your elbow still doesn't feel like it has to go as far, does it? Because you don't have to hit that darn 4, right? But this is a huge swinging elbow. Good. Then you do the same exact exercise and you do it on all the different strings, and then that way you learn the shifts for those higher notes. So we'll pick at this a little bit at a time. No, you don't have to stress over it, okay? I do want you to know what those high notes are, because we will be playing them those in this book. Okay, now, why don't you just work on that exercise then, and the high notes. Now the next thing to do would be go from 2 finger on A to all the 6 position notes. So every time you hit this guy, instead of it being 1, it's a 2. Now the space is a little bit what? Did I make the space
go flat?
It might, yeah. So am I doing a wider shift or a more narrow shift? I think it's wider. It feels wider to me. You know why? Because the first time, your A is in 3rd position, right? So you're only going up, what? A 4th, right? But if I put my 2 there, I'm really in 2nd position,
Yeah.
aren't I? So then when you come back to 2nd position. Can you imagine how great you're going to get if you can find 2nd position from 6? Find 2nd position. That's the high one. You almost got it memorized. And then find that 2nd position. A little lower. 3. Second position. Yeah, I think we went a little sharp. And then the final one is doing all that, but you're in what position?
Uno.
Yes, so you go from 1st position now to 6th. Okay? We don't have to play the whole thing, but let's just do 2 high. Try it again. Get that swing so it's the same swing every time. That's a good one. Perfect. Find 6. Yep. So it's just target practice. It's working on the different intervals that you need to shift to do that. So it's a fantastic exercise. Unfortunately, it's really boring. Easy to memorize though, right? And then you can just, every day you would pick a different finger. That's all. You wouldn't do all 4 fingers at one time. I just wanted to show you how to do it. All three fingers, right? No. And then make sure you know what letters they are. And if you want to write unread the half steps, do it. Do whatever you need to do to help you through that. So you can do that all at your own pace, all right? Now, this is perpetual motion. We've done this 1 trillion times. What they're doing is having you start it all in different keys, right? So here you're in the key of G, so let's do it in 2nd position. I lied. We're in 6th position. Oh. So you got to go up on your A string, sorry, to 6. So where your 2 would be, play your G, play this G. Now find it on the A string. Now play it.
Oh.
Two. How clear is it? Here's an octave G. So hopefully you're learning the highest note you can play in 6 is what?
A G.
Did you know that before you came here today? You could have figured it out, but now we've played it a bunch and you'll start to remember that if you do these exercises. Okay, so then what about if you go to the D string in 6th position? What note is it? So then you play it in the key of C. C, D, E, and you just go through that. D, E, F, F, E, F, G, E. Tell me the notes. F, D, G, G. Hop it over. What note is it?
C.
Right? D, E, E, F, No. D, E, F, E, F, G, E, F, D, C.
C.
That's some serious brain work. Because I don't, when I go up there, I don't think very much about what notes I'm playing. I do think about intervals. Like if I'm reading my music, I know whether I've got to put from 1 to 3, whether it should be 2 whole steps or a whole 1/2 or, you know, half and whole. That I'm thinking about all the time. But letter names, not so much up on the D string. So you could get better than me if you do that. And then same thing with the G string. So then this would be the key of F. So all of these are 6 positions. So can you find that F? Let's see. Now wait, why? Let's see. I would find it this way. Oh, that's it. So we got F, G, A, G, A, B flat. Right? Yeah. You got it. Yeah. And just work on getting it clear. But I wouldn't do all 3 in a day. I'd pick one. And just work on clarity of sound and some letters. Okay? I'm just showing you all these exercises so you can jumble them up and make part of your warm-ups. Okay? All right. Now you've also played this. We haven't done the arpeggios though, but let's try this. This F scale wants you to start in 2nd position if you do the top fingering. Go ahead. F, G, A, B flat, C, keep going, D, E. Now this says on 2nd string, shift up. Because remember, that means 2nd string. That's your F. Good.
Okay.
And so you're in 5th. Then 3. Yeah. It's just another way to play the F scale. Okay? The more ways you can play it, the better player you're going to be. What position are we starting on for if we did the bottom fingers?
1.
Yes, right. 1st position. Let's try that one. 3rd position, right? Then you ignore the top fingers till it tells you to do something. Now, bottom finger says shift here. What position is that?
5th.
Right. Well, you know that fingering, don't you? Come back to 3rd. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's 3rd. Then back to 1st. Well, except for the ending, it's exactly how you know it, right? It's just showing you different options, you know, and so you could do it slurred or whatever. Okay, let's do the arpeggios and we'll be done with warming up. So, if we do the top fingers, you're going from 2nd to what?
2nd to...
What is a 1 on an F?
5th.
That's right. If you're shifting, right? So here we go. 2nd to 5th. Right, the highest note in 5th is an F. That's going to be a 2. Okay. Good. Then go to 5th again. What interval is from F to A?
3rd.
What kind? 2 wholes or whole and half?
2 whole.
That's how I do it. Do you understand what I did? Okay. Now, this is going to be a 2. It's a D. And now how far is it from G to F? Is it a hole and a hole or a hole and a half? There you go. Go back to the 3. You did it. Yep. You see what I mean by thinking about intervals? That's why we do all that in theory. Okay? Then this would be 2,
Theory.
3. Huh?
Theory now makes sense.
Well, now you have a reason for it, because otherwise it's just a bunch of math music, which is not fun for a lot of people. Okay, so now let's try this chord. Well, let's do this whole chord again. It's a different chord, isn't it? It's not FAC. What are the 3 primary chords in the key of F? We would have our tonic, which would be what? F, A, C, right? What's our subdominant?
So dominant is third, right?
4.
Four.
Mm-hmm. So in the key of F, what's the fourth?
B down
B or B flat?
there. B flat.
B flat, D and F, okay. And what about our dominant? Dang, I can't write upside down. What's the dominant?
C.
Good. C, E, every other letter, right? C, E, G, and sometimes it's a dominant 7th and they'll put the B flat on top. Okay, so now let's take a look at these chords we're doing. What is this chord here? That's tonic, F-A-C, right? That's right. Now this one here is not F-A-C. What is it? No idea. F-A-D. What is that? It would be D. No, I have no idea what that is. F-A-C.
A third and a fourth.
It is. It's very, very, very strange. So D, A, F doesn't work to make it in thirds. Can you make that in thirds in any way? Okay, yeah.
So that's what goes in.
Okay, do this one.
That's not even. Yeah, you can do it.
That would be the subdominant, wouldn't it? It's just in a different order. Yeah. I have no idea what that is.
It's the odd one out.
Yeah, really? Okay, so let's see. D, A, F. I should be able to do this. No, DFA. What's DFA? That's it. You have to look for the thirds. There we go. So what is D in the key of F? Oh, I know. That's right. And it's a minor chord, isn't it?
Oh.
So that's what this is. They call that the, do you remember?
Dominant and then.
Sub. That's right. So we have tonic, submediant, subdominant.
165.
Yeah, 164.
Oh.
All right, there you go. There's your theory. Woo! Huh?
164.
Yeah, this is going to be 164. Here we go. And those Roman numerals have to deal with something else now, don't they? F. This is your sub-median. They start on the D minor chord. And then we have a B flat chord. Good girl. You did it. All right, and it's in a really terrible key, that F, right? But that's because they want you to get really good at the key of F for the Handel sonata that's in here, because the whole thing's in the key of F, all right? Then they start giving you practice suggestions. For the most part, I will just go ahead and do those spots with you anyway. So you don't really have to do those practice suggestions. I'm going to show you what to do. So I'm going to make it a little easier. Okay, so this is one of the coolest songs in all 10 books. When you learn it, you're going to want to play it for every concert you do, because it's so exciting to finally get it learned and memorized. Let's just do by sections. We're going to try this A to D harmonic. That's it. Good. And I really like how you kind of slid into it. That's the way to do it, because if you try and hop for it, you might overshoot. So that slide was exactly right. Now do it on a push. That's it. Now this one is not a harmonic, it's hard. But vibrato would be definitely in good. Then 1 and 3. 1, 4 in second position. Yeah, we're going to make use of those 4s. And then I do 3 harmonics. Hold on. You can go 3, 4. You don't have to go too far. Try 3, 4, because you're right there anyway.
Oh.
See if you like it. You like that, or do you think this shift is better? It was a little flat. I wonder if maybe the shift makes it brighter. I like that. What finger did you use?
4.
You had 3 to 4? Like the E notes I'm talking about. Did you use this 3? Yeah. It's less shifting. Gee whiz. Okay, so we're going to stay there and use the 3 and then shift up there. Good.
Oh, so it makes that shift on.
That's how I learned it. And then 3-0. This is back in third. Right. So this here is back in third position, and then there's first.
Okay.
All right. What do you think?
Not hard.
All right, here we go. And it's in 3/4 time right here. So we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Guess who's playing the downbeat? Miss Pam. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this is kind of a variation. I like that. It sounds Arabic. Good. Then we're going to go to third position. Then walk up. Now you're going to do Mickey Mouse ears. I do a 4. Yeah, just you have a pretty 4. You can do that. Yeah. People that can't vibrato might, but yours is good. Okay. Gonna watch out for that B flat. Third position here. Then you have to do 5 instead of an extension 4. We're going to call it 5. And then you come back. Right. Good, love it. Not that much. Good girl. All right. So you figured out what makes that hard. And then we'll get rid of all these things. If you have white out and you want to white out these little things here, you can. It'll make it look nicer. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I try to write neat, but I get excited. Now, this trill is telling you to start on your F. So 1E, do this on the first position. But then since it has the higher number first, you start on the higher note first. Right. If it would have had 2, 3, right, then you start on the note that's pictured and trill up. This is a way that they do it now to tell you when to trill down and when to trill up. Because all these musicologists have, looked up some of this stuff and they're like, oh no, so in Bach's early life or in Corelli's late life, they did the trill, so blah, blah, blah. Right? So anyway, somebody's done the research and I'm just going to believe them.
Okay.
Because I don't want to do the research. Do you?
No.
Okay then. We're going to just
Because
go.
you have to look through the music.
That's right. And you gotta go back in history, and that's just not my thing. I just don't do that. So I'm gonna just trust what's there. That's how they want it performed with the 3 first. So I'm gonna go ahead for you to just remind you. It's gonna look like a ghost note, but it just means to do the F first. Yep. Beautiful. That was very well in tune. Good. Let's go back to the little variation here. And 1. Rest. 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 Big shift. Beautiful. Well, that was fantastic. You okay with that?
Yay.
Okay, get it memorized. Because, and you'll hear how it fits in the piece. This is called a theme and variations. Okay? So the theme is all the way here, which we'll play. And when you memorize it, you have to memorize all the different variations. And that gets a little bit tricky after a while, because I think there's like 12 or something. Okay, so let's play the main tune, so you have that, and you'll have variation 1. So we're going to start in what position? Good. One, 2, Good? Okay. So remember when you start this, go more on the slow side, because otherwise it makes this crazy. Does that make sense? Good. All right. You don't need me for any of those fingers. Do you want me to write? Well, I'll put here. That way I know we've done it. All right. Where did I go to third? Here. Okay. Da-da-da-da. And then you did this dynamic beautifully. That's the way to make this kind of, like that's sentence number one, right? And then when it does this, it should be like an echo, which you did. All right. When you're practicing, I would really like to know, do an experiment with you if you would.
Sure.
Well, that's always good. Yeah, sure. No, but I'm like if we called this a or theme, I'd like you to practice the theme twice before going on to allegretto twice. I want you to literally practice them as chunks, rather than trying to play from the beginning through. I want to see if that helps your memory, to do it in chunks, a couple times, and then leave that chunk and do the next couple times, right? Rather than reading like this.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, I think for something like this, since it has so many different sections, you need to learn it chunked.
If it's a big song, then the problem with that, when I learn it, like without that way, is if I stop in the middle, it takes me 30 seconds to remember where I was.
Yes, I know, and I understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. We've got to overcome that, because this is really the best way to practice, but it's more methodical, it's more disciplined, you know? So try and do it in chunks, a couple times on theme, and then leave theme. Don't do it anymore. And then do this one enough that you've got it in your brain. You've got the counting and everything else. And the bow style is different, the vibrato's different, it's the speed's different, so why hook them together? Right? On something like this, it doesn't make sense to practice that way. Good. All right. Now, we're going to do Andante way over here now. Because it's so similar to the theme, it's going to be easy to read. What makes it tricky is these little double stops, so I'm going to teach that to you. That's it. Well, let's start here with this kind of, I want this to sound kind of drifty. Good. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm still subdividing eighth notes. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and now low 1. 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and go to second position. 1 and 4 and 1 and let's get tuned now a little bit. Lower F. There you go. Now, this says come back to octave 3. And then you're going to do 1 and 2 together and pretzel 3. Listen to this, the 1 and 2 will touch. That's it. Then your 3 has to scoot to a normal D, while the 1 pulls back. Yeah. And during that little wiggle, your 3 still holds because, see, he's a quarter note. That's it. There you go. You okay with that?
Yep.
It's not too bad. Now, you want to count, I'm going to write here, subdivide in eighth notes. I'm just going to draw a picture of an eighth note, okay? Okay. Let's do that section again. So now you've got 3 Lafolia sections and the book 6 warm-ups to work on this week, okay? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and shift and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you got this. And 2. Now don't rush just because it's double stops. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. That's the hard one because you gotta go faster and shift on it. Do the A and F thing again. That's it. Then stop your bow and on the bow stop, shift. Yep, that's pretty quick. Try it again. 2 and 4. stop and shift. Yeah, don't wait even an extra second. Shift. You did it. Good. I think your A is starting to go just a little flat. Do the end now. A and E. Oh, okay, that's holding pretty good tonight. Good. Okay, are you all right with that?
Yep.
All right. And as you're listening to the recording, you can listen and just follow along. This is going to be a pain in the rear end to count, and this is the hardest the hardest section of the entire piece is right here because of the counting. The notes aren't hard. Okay. This other stuff will go easy. This is a little bit technically difficult because of the double stops and how light you have to play it, but I'll show you how to do that. Right. That's it. And we always play that at the tip.
Where's, oh, here.
Yep.
I heard.
Yeah, real teeny tiny. Have fun with it. Let's hear just a little bit of this reading concerto. How far, a riding concerto, however you say it. How far did you get?
I think I did the whole thing by myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Okay.
I don't think I counted it right though.
Well, that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, I bet your mom could download this too. Okay, so that you could have this on for your thing. This is kind of the next thing I think I want you performing. The folio is going to take a while to get in your brain, but this you could have together sooner and do this for a performance, okay? So can we start here on this G? So we're going to go, let's count it for me for a minute, and bow in the air. Go here, G, 1, 2E and a 3 and 4E and a 1 and 2E and a 3 and 4E and a 1 and 2E and a 3 and 4. So see when I got there I kept the and going just so I didn't squish the beat together. But yeah, well that sounds great if you play it that way. Do you play it that way? So what Corinne's cello teacher has her to do all the time is do stopped bows in the proper direction until you have the beat perfect and the rhythm perfect. So let's try that. So we'll go 1 and 2 and go. Yep. Now this is going to be a third position G. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a third position. You're starting to push my tempo there. So what do you think? Is it because of the accents you're rushing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Leave them out for a minute. This is beautiful shifting, very nice and tuned. Go right here on this D. Do you understand my counting when I'm saying 1 and 2 and it's really slow compared to how fast we're playing, right? Because I'm counting the 8th note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So see, I didn't change my 1 and 2 no matter what, but this arm had to know what to do. You with me? How about you do some counting? You think you can do it this measure?
1
and
2.
that's all. You'll get it. Don't tell me fingers. I know your fingers. We're gonna go 1 and 2.
Wait, is there 2 to 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Except for here because that is a whole 8th note.
1
and 2 and that's good. You're missing the first and that's why you're getting behind.
and 2.
No. So you're gonna go 1, there's beat 2, right? There's beat 3, and there's beat 4. You got that? Then your secondary beat is the and here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Does that make sense? The yellow ones are the ands. Try that. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and the blue ones. The 1, the 2, the 3, and 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You did it. Perfect.
Yay.
Again, just the blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You got it. Okay. Now I'm going to say the ands while you play the big number. Okay? Here we go. You get the blues. I'm doing the yellow. You got to say them. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We did it. Now you got to say them all. My E sounds weird too. I think I need to go up and you need to go down. I don't know why it doesn't sound right. Play your A and E together again. Together. That sounds terrible. How long are you going to let me do it before you look at me? There we go. I wanted to see what your reaction was going to be. I'm going the wrong way, and you're just like... I thought you'd look at me like, what are you doing? No, not you. You're too sweet. Okay, now you got to put the numbers and the ands on. Good luck. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Then that same exact speed. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and almost. Okay, we missed the shift. Oh. But what I was trying to show you is once you learn how to do that kind of counting, then this kind of stuff wouldn't rush. Because these are the eighth notes, aren't they? Aren't these the same speed as what our blues and yellows are?
Yep.
Yep. You get it? And then that same thing happened here. Now this is pretty good. What it was you missed the C sharp.
Oh.
So let's just forget the open A for a minute. Let's just play this scale. F sharp, And then, so this C sharp and D have to sound just like that C sharp and D. That's the trick. That C sharp and D and this C sharp have to match. Otherwise, you're never going to hit that high note. We have to be in fifth. Try it again from the F sharp. Here it comes. Good, and this will be an up bow, but that was so beautiful. Do you understand that intonation? Okay, now let's count our ands, because you have to say the and before you play the little note. 1 and. 1 and. 2 and. 1 and 2 and. I'm sorry, 3 and 4. I'm sorry, I wait 1 and 2 again. So the and is actually right during the dot.
1 and 2.
No?
No.
So let's subdivide this in 16ths. So we'd have 3 to 1 ratio. You'd have,
1 E and.
yes, 1 E and. Do 3, it's 3/16. There you go. That's what it is. Yep. That's it, you got it. And you did great on the math right there. Good. So this is a 3 to 1 ratio thing, right, with the dot. But then this is even, Steven, even, Steven. Let's do that one more time. And then here you got, what? Syncopation, right? So let's think about that as that eighth note pulse. Coming out of these 16th notes, it might be easier for these two to still think 1 E and, or 1 E and a 2 E and, because you're playing that speed here. Let's do this with the A's. You'll see what I mean. So we're going to go, start on beat 2. So I'll say 1, 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. You don't want to go to that too soon for two reasons. It's on the and of the fourth beat. It's not going to be on 4. But also, we are doing a what? Yes. So that's one place you don't have to rush. If you're late, it's fine.
Yay!
All right, let me hear what you did with this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I count in quarters just because there's not many eighths anyway. Beautiful. Beautiful, honey. You like this? Very good. Woo! Nice job. I know you're totally guessing about your counting, but wow! What beautiful sound. Do you think you were tricking me?
I don't think I've done anything like that last week.
Oh, okay.
I just play Vivaldi every day.
Well, your Vivaldi showed it was very good. Right? That's my job. I don't know. Why don't we just work on this and get the counting right? Okay? And make sure that you really understand. There's a half step. I think we missed this, but I didn't even get there yet. So I don't know if you're going to miss that or not. All right. So my beats are on blues, right? Okay. So you're not having any trouble with any of this. I'm not going to be a problem. It's just when this gets really high, I think it's hard to figure out the beats. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So when that metronome's clicking, those are your blues. You better be on those beats. Okay? So go here where life is easy. I think it's a down bow. Is it down? I don't know. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. Now where have you seen that rhythm before? Exactly. So I would do the same subdivisions. I would do 2 beats worth of 16ths, and then I do even, Steven, even, Steven. Do here, D and A. 1 E. There you go. You ready? Almost. Let's get that one a little closer. Let me hear the normal A, then A sharp. That's what I want to hear. Okay, here we go. 1 E and well, they'll both be fours. Move the 1. Good, do it again. Make the even Steven smooth now. Now do it again. Still got to feel that pulse. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and yes. Good. Do you see how that works? It really, really is a great technique to learn how to do. I love it.
That's why I started doing it with vibrato.
Yeah, now you can't do that on your vibrato for sure, because you don't want people to know your tricks. But when you're learning, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, and then here, did you shift back to first position like it says? Oh, what's that? 1 E and a 2 E. That's fast. 1 E and a 2 E. If this is 1 E and a 2 E and a, let's try it all 16th notes. Ready? Back and forth close. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a. Right, so you understand the subdivisions great. I think when you're just playing it long, you're not thinking about it. Yeah? Yeah. So start doing more of what we just did there with back and forth bows or with all same direction stops. Start doing that a lot more in your practice, and I think you're going to, especially with Lafolio, you're going to have to. So, good. Okay, that was a little creepy. That totally just opened. I didn't touch it. Creepy! Okay, good. So then I would really like for next week to hear your Lafolio spots and your warm-ups. And then I'd like to teach you maybe 2 sections of that, and then let's go ahead and finish, this is the plan, we'll finish page 16. So you have the whole thing that I've gone through it with you, okay? Even if you've already been playing, that's fine, I'll go through it and make sure. But anything that we have gone through, I really want your counting and all to be good. If you go ahead and read something and mess it up, that's okay, because you haven't gone through it. But stuff that we've gone through, let's make sure that you really are going back and following the blues versus the yellows, right? Your intonation here, right? The 3-to-1 ratio there, just stuff like that. Make sure that, so I don't have to reteach you that. Is that fair?
Life is a pie. You can always split it.
You can split it correctly? Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay, that's something's wrong with it. There's somebody in here. The ghost of time gone by. All right, this is exciting. Congratulations. I'm so excited we started book 6. It's a slow start just because they put all those exercises in, but once you're through the folio, then it moves pretty quick. Okay? So just start doing a lot of listening so you hear the songs. The handles are so fun. I think you're going to love it.
Woohoo!
You'll definitely be able to handle the handles. Get it? I'm a goofball. All right, I can't wait till Saturday.
Yay!
I'll work on your certificate and get you the right ribbon. Oh, I'm such a
extra
dingbat.
one now.
I'm such a dingbat. All right, so I'll see you Saturday at Maple Lane. Am I bringing you home, or is Mom? Are you gonna come and stay, or?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. We don't know yet for the maple ladder. I'll bring her to there, and the problem is she also have tennis match. Final, and we don't know anything until tomorrow night.
What?
The coach told me it could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's fine. We have a
We're
66%.
supposed to start at 1. So,
66.
and then we're supposed to play.
66 is a very
So
good number
we'll be done
for
playing
chances.
by
It is 2/3, which is very much